Hi Cancer Moons, thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Carrot 144. Very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Cancer. Unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For your reading, I will be doing a 3-card spread, past, present, and future, using the Melanated Classic Tarot deck. I will clarify those 3 cards using the Halloween Tarot deck. And then at the end of your reading, I will do an overall card using the Moonology Oracle deck. I have already pre-shuffled all of the decks. I will shuffle the first deck just a few more times and split the deck, and then we will begin your read. Before I do that, I would like to speak on the background here and what we have and all this beauty here. Aquarius Moons being featured in the Spotlight series for this finale of the Spotlight series for this round of readings. Aquarius being a very supportive, beautiful, healing, sunlight, radiant energy. One that stands out all on its own, very empowering, very aware, very smart, learning, rising, shining, and captivating. An exemplar of an energy who can be very selfless, but then also selfish, and rightfully so when it comes to self. Being a great leader in this, gaining victory and having victory, and setting those examples for the rest of us to be great leaders from within ourselves, for our own selves first, in order to be good leaders for others. So if you know any Aquarius Moons, do send them some love. I was guided through the energy of Aquarius Moons to present a tarot card that represents each of the zodiac signs. And so for you, we have the High Priestess. And I was drawn to the energy of 3. I noticed also too, I like eating mints. I have 3 mints here too as well. As I was putting these cards out, I noticed that. So the energy of 3 coming through very strongly for you. And this is a card of 2, but we do have 3 cards. All of those 2s add up to 6, this being a multiple of 3. So I'm going to read just a little bit of research on this card, this also being connected to Aquarius Moons in the Spotlight series feature. I'm just providing some insight on the background of the High Priestess card, what it can mean. Of course, that meaning is going to be, whatever it is for you. And do take, what resonates for you. Leave behind the rest. But this just being some more information. And again, if it resonates, allow it to be helpful. And we'll keep going. Let me grab the reading here. All right, and part of the reason that I have 3 cards here too is because of the B and the J being present here. Also because this is moon, my moon deck. The moon is your ruler, so I thought that was pretty. And then these come from my Medicine Woman Tarot card deck. And the island energy is everything. And it makes me think of Hawaii. I love Hawaii. It's a great experience, magical place. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and I'll get to the reading here. But I love this card. This means a lot to me personally. But I was definitely feeling this for you. This being the deck that I've been using for the other zodiac signs for this particular portion for the Spotlight series. And then that seed, this crescent moon, can mean a lot of things. Take what resonates. That C, you know, can represent Cancer, but for a lot of you, I feel that that's going to be something significant for you. The pomegranates in the back here. And just the whole, each of these cards is very unique. I love my tarot card decks and my choices. All right. The High Priestess. The High Priestess shows a beautifully dressed woman sitting between two columns. She is in blue and white and has a pomegranate thin tapestry behind her. On the columns say B and J, represents Boaz and Joachim, I believe that's how you say it, of the mystic temple of Solomon. She represents abundance and fertility. Her deep-rooted connection to the divine feminine does not come lightly. The in-depth scroll is in her hands. The Torah she holds represents the divine law. She is a ruler too. The crescent moon at her feet is the true connection to the divine and her feminism. She keeps up with the natural ways of the world. The High Priestess represents intuition and the subconscious. Her connection with the water energy is fluidly through the moon. Her spiritual enlightenment process brought her here, encouraging others to take the time and do the same. Divine feminine energy is confident and comfortable with self-care and loving yourself. Cancers are known to create and do not destroy. This empathic energy also springs from Cancer's unshakable qualities in the High Priestess. Leap of faith, adventurer, you doing what the fuck it is that you want, having total freedom in your life and over yourself, not being controlled, allowing yourself to be free and to feel. Where I am getting an energy of feeling like you've been suffocating in your own water for too long. And that not being a bad thing, but just being part of a process to help come into some greater awareness and lesson learning so that the same things are not repeated. That card is staying. This could also be about someone taking a leap of faith when it comes to you. I'll leave this right about here. So for your past, enlightenment, you see the light. I see the light, I see the light. I'm seeing an amazing jewel energy around the crown here. So this being a part of those lessons. Coming out of that water to be able to gain air, and that air is this light here. This being the sunlight. I'm just seeing you rising. The water being your element, but that isn't all of what makes you you. And that being a part of your birth chart. You having other properties connected to you that have all come together to help you to be in this wonderful enlightenment and obtainment. This is an energy of abundance, but this is also gaining greater perspective. Being connected to divine. A job being done and completed as well here. I feel this is a part of your purpose. Going through situations where you may appear to be a sacrifice, but this all being for the greater good of others. You volunteering for this, but in the process, gaining much greater enlightenment. I feel that, you know, with that gaining of that enlightenment, you're also gaining huge resources. That being a card of 3, this being a 12. So that energy of 3 coming through very strong here. The purple energy take that as it resonates for you. That could mean the crown, but then for, and third eye here too. For a lot of you, that could be about it just being your favorite color. A lot of you could be decorating your home with the color purple. The color purple, you may be watching that movie. That may be a favorite movie of yours. Or it may be a situation where you feel like you're in the movie, The Color Purple, with the experiences that you've gone through. This is a card of Pisces. In your present, we have the Devil. I do feel that this is about a particular part with you gaining greater perspective and enlightenment. I'm just getting this as being a trigger energy where you're safe and protected here, covered in divine light here. And because of this, and because of the headway that you're making, it's just being triggering events here for others. It's almost like for every action, there's a reaction. And with it being more 3D energy, it being about that reactive energy, where on a more integral level, the energy would be a, instead of a reaction, would be a response. This being a card of Capricorn. For a lot of you too, though, I'm getting you being very dedicated to your purpose and having a strong passion about this, where you're focused. And that coming from the Capricorn energy that comes from this Devil card, with the Devil card being represented by Capricorn. This is a card of 15, and that comes together to create the 6. This is also a very mirroring energy with the Lover's card and making a choice. The Lover's card is also a card of 6 as well. So we have energies of 6. Again, those are multiples of 3. And I do feel it speaks to the facets of the breakdown of your High Priestess energy and just how strong of a force it is that you are, and possibly why I was called to bring out 3 High Priestess cards that all come up to that 6, just speaking to how powerful it is that you are. So with the power that you have from within, the enlightenment, the divine connection, it's going to be met with that polar energy here. And that's what we have here. So this just being a workout situation for those who are reacting and triggering. And as we move forward, it goes into that judgment energy of the number 20. The Tower card coming right after this here. We reap what we sow. So again, you being successful at what it is that you're doing, you've come through this, gaining greater perspective, staying in this hangman position. This is also about stagnancy here. But I do feel this is about your movement forward, with this being also in the reverse. And because you're moving forward, there's just triggering energies that aren't very excited about this. This could also be about temptation and obsession when it comes to you. For some of you, I'm picking up that energy there too as well. Where with your fluidity and the amount of strength that it is that you have, the beauty that comes from that High Priestess energy and just how hot it is that you are, male or female, very tempting energy you can be. A lot of obsession possibly from others who can't seem to get you out of their head, off of their mind. And I do believe that you continue to grow in the hearts of others, whether they want it or not. And that being a part of your purpose here too. For your future. Hot stuff. We have the Queen of Wands. And I am getting this as being you overcoming This being more of that spiritual, this being more of that physical, and how it is that you're able to fluidly move through situations, always coming out shining and successful here. This is one who is putting action into what it is that they're passionate about. The amount of passion that you have for your purpose here. This is part of Empress energy. Wands energy is fire. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and Ophiuchus. But you have an Ace of Wands here. You've created and manifested. With that greater perspective, being passionate about what it is that you want and what you're going towards. For a lot of you too, I'm also getting this being about a sexual connection. Or a very strong spiritual relationship, with this being fire here too. And that fire also not just representing physical, but can represent spiritual here. I'm seeing a lot of lion energy here on this throne. So very strong Leo energy. As I said before, you have other components that are a part of you, where you may have strong Leo in your chart. The sunflower is twin flame energy. And so for some of you, this could be about you being prepared and ready, coming into a connection with a counterpart. And for those of you that resonate with twin flames, a lot of you being prepared and ready to connect in the physical with the twin flame here. Very abundant energy here as we see the yellow energy, and I'm just getting that being connected to Jupiter. So with that Pisces energy, Jupiter being a ruler of Pisces, also being a ruler of Sagittarius. We do have Sagittarius energy here too as well. Bumblebees are coming through, and I'm getting that being a connection to Egypt, but also being the queen bee, the head of the pack, coming into great leadership. Being seen as this great leader here too, who doesn't take any shit, who stands up for themselves, speaks up for themselves, sees what they want. They have a vision, they have a plan, they put it in action, and they're successful at it. You have the cape of accomplishment here. And I do see that this is kind of like a gray and white energy, where I am getting that being about your Cancer energy, connecting with your polarity energy of Capricorn here. And that being a beautiful blend in this cape here. And this could be, again, this is completely energy. This could be male or female. I do see the pyramids here. But looking forward very much towards the future, having that vision and continuing to stay the course and stay focused and stay with what it is that you're creating. You feel very, very strongly and passionately about your legacy. I'm also seeing a little animal face here too. Take what resonates there too as well. And then seeing the sunflower energy, as I said before about the twin flame. I'm now seeing that here shared between two lions, so that confirming as well. And even seeing these over here, the trinity of three on the throne here. That energy of three coming through again. And so seeing that on the throne, having this physical sunflower in your hand, that being more about that preparedness and readiness for connections and partnerships. And this does not have to be romantic, but for a lot of you, with the amount of passion that we have here, I am getting this being about strong forces coming together, not being able to fight the fire, being greater enlightenment and perspective. With this hangman too, I'm also getting this could possibly be about, you know, someone who was in a hangman position when it came to you, but gaining greater perspective and enlightenment as well. There's just a strong mirroring energy. And I'm also seeing the two energies as I'm saying this here in this devil card here. Twin flame energy can be this particular type of almost like potion-y type energy that it's really hard to explain, but it's very much felt. And I feel that because of the strength of how it is felt, it's felt by not just these two as you and another person are coming closer together. It's felt by everyone that you're connected to. And very interesting, we have some like a hat that's playing right now by the power station. So I do feel that the heat between you and another person here, as you come closer together in a connection, is very powerful, and it's very much felt here. But there being no stagnancy with the amount of fire and then the intensity from this Devil card, seeing the fire there, it's past go time. There's already been an exchange, great exchange here. And it's very strong, very strong. All right, let's get to your clarifiers. I feel the need to do this just a few more times. I shuffled your cards a while ago. Let's get some of your energy flowing in here. And we'll do that. All right, so we'll clarify the Hangman in reverse. And I'm not, oh my gosh. Okay, so that came out like in a way that reminded me of ejaculation and a sexual release here. Clarifying this Hangman for a lot of you as females. There's a particular man in your life who feels very strongly, possibly feeling addicted to you, not able to get you off of their mind. And this may be the same for you and what it is that you share with this other person here that you're very closely and hotly, strongly connected to. They think you're amazing. But the way that that shot out totally, that's what came to mind. Very distracting energy, I feel, too. You're very mesmerizing. Your energy is like it's a 10 of Pentacles. I feel this is for you, both you and your person here. And we have 3 cards, too. All right, so we have the 2 of Bats in reverse. This just giving me that energy of having that knowing, seeing the purple here, and no longer being indecisive when it comes to making a choice. Going within internally, and that being here too as well to gain greater perspective. It's been gained. I feel the way it's been gained, this is also telepathy here. There's a lot of purple that's kind of resonating in this Devil card here too. So I do feel that this is about telepathic communication. The Hangman energy too, there was, you know, as I was getting ready for your reading and just kind of feeling through it and thinking over time, you had some very special readings in the past where there was a very special person who came and lifted you up and took you away from some very troubling situations and people. I do feel that this is this person here. Seeing the wings here too, I'm just hearing that they've gained their wings. Page of Pumpkins, this is an offer here. This is also about messages. So I do feel that, you know, what they deliver, they're very assistive and supportive to help you to feel into this energy here, to feel into your fire and to really believe in yourself, love yourself, have confidence, have grace, and have great showmanship. That coming from that Leo energy there too. Not being afraid to be you. And I feel that this is a part of that Page of Pumpkins there. The Pumpkins is Pentacles energy, Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And that Capricorn energy coming through connected to that Devil card. But I do see that this person here, I feel there's a connection here between you and your person here, where I feel there's communication. And it being that spiritual energy, where they're seeing the light of a situation. I feel that you had to communicate in a certain way to deliver your message. And your person is communicating also too in a certain way to deliver their message to you. And that being that beautiful exchange here. But definitely finding the light and seeing the light, gaining greater perspective. You, both you and your person here. Being open to this here too. Having made a decision and gaining that knowing by going within. The messages is that there's been an injustice when it came to you. This being that greater perspective that's been gained, and how due to this injustice, it's helped with an elevation here. And that also being about you no longer being a sacrifice, you completing your purpose and doing what needed to be done. We're on that lower vibrational level. I was getting that more triggering energy coming from that Devil card, and there just being a reaction to what's taking place for you. Where I do feel that it's about you gaining greater insight, enlightenment, abundance, and also a very strong, powerful connection here. And that's typical. You're looking beyond it, though. You ain't bothered. And neither is your person here. I feel that who it is that you're connecting to now may have been, and that may be why we have the Hangman energy, and there was some stagnancy in the past. There's no more stagnancy. It's almost inevitable with the amount of intensity and the fire that's present here. We have sun energy here, fire energy here, a lot of temptation and passion, intensity, and then great fire here with this Queen of Wands energy. In more ways than one in this card here too, I should say that too. But there being injustice in the past, now things being brought into justice as we move forward from this Devil, going into the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, the World. This is a card of 11. Aquarius energy here. 11th house energy. But it's also that 2 energy without the Roman numeral here with the 1 and the 1. I feel that speaks to the Trinity energy from that High Priestess energy that's helped you to develop into greater power with the High Priestess. Let's clarify the Devil card. Okay, and that wanted to flip too. Alright, so this Ace of Pumpkin in this particular deck, I do get this as being like trickery. And so I'm getting this, we're going to do another clarifier where we had 2 stories that came through. There were a few stories that came through actually, but I'm going to do one more clarifier, removing these. I feel that this is speaking to this overall, like, the 3 of Bats is the 3 of Swords. And I'm getting this trickery energy with this Ace of Pumpkin in reverse here. I do feel that this is about an ending with third-party situation. Overall, what I'm seeing with this third party is you and another person here having very addictive energy when it comes to one another, and that Devil energy being in the midst of that. So that calling for the Temperance energy, and the Temperance is right before the Devil. So I do feel it's about that preparation of being ready to come into that physicality, moving through this situation to know how to deal with it. I feel that this has been a repetitive process of learning We're on a lower vibration. It's been more of a typical Three of Swords. But I feel as one is elevating, gaining that greater perspective on what the truth of a situation is, realizing the divinity that comes with what it is that you have with another person here. And there being no trickery in a situation here is what I'm getting. Now, on that lower vibe, I do feel that outside of a connection that you do have with someone else, that's just being about what it is that you've dealt with, where there's, you know, energies that are not happy about the choice that you've made. And that hangman energy there. And these bats being latchy energies here that are reacting rather than responding. And in some kind of way wanting to affect your abundance here. But I don't feel that it's successful. I do feel that this is the intent, but it not being successful here. And that being a part of the injustice as well. You also moving away from situations that are no longer serving you, realizing and recognizing the royalty that is from within you, and how you're able to create and manifest and bring in what it is that you wish to see, being a sovereign being and releasing any kind of perspective that anyone has any kind of control over you, because they don't. Let's go ahead and move these and we'll do one more clarifier here. And this is Pentacle energy, the pumpkins. Bats of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Clarify the devil. One more card for the devil. One more card for the devil, please. A liar and a manipulator. Just as I thought. And I do feel that this is about this person getting in the middle of a connection between you and your person here. Overall, looking at these cards here too, see masculine energy here, feminine energy here, and then the lower vibrational 3D energy of this devil card and what's coming through here. Being connected to that King of Bats there. Someone who is not happy about what is taking place on a positive level for you and another person, another connection, because you have been chosen. This is a part of your destiny and your fate. And look at all the bats. I feel like, you know, these bats are like handlers almost. Being able to manipulate others and have mind control. Not being transformed. Sitting on this throne upside down. Feeling upside down here too. Very misty and cloudy energy. I feel that's a part of the toxicity that's surrounding them, but what comes from them and what it is that they deliver. One who does not tell the truth, does not stand for the truth. There's no integrity here. It's almost hard to believe that this is actually king energy here too. I feel that's a part of that reversal there too. So a misrepresentation of a king who may be a king in 3D, but not a king spiritually. Bats is air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Trickery. And so I won't even keep these together because I do feel this represents something different here. And what I'm getting, you know, overall is just with, you know, the energy of love coming together or what's meant to be. It just being a triggering energy here. But you and your person, I'm seeing this not being tied to that toxic energy for some reason. It's just not coming through as that. I feel with these chains here, it's just speaking, because I am seeing a ring here. Just speaking to the connection that you have very strongly here with the twin flame energy or a very strong soulmate. And this energy wanting to get in the midst of what it is that you have. But I am getting an overall that Lover's energy, the Trinity energy. I hope this makes sense. Of that negativity, also aligning with that positivity there too as well. So what this devil can represent as far as toxicity can also be represented as the angelic presence in the Lover's card, with this being an energy of 6. And that's what I'm seeing and feeling for you and another person. Clarify the Queen of Wands. We have the Lovers, which is that card of 6 I was just speaking on, and this being in reverse. It's matching the choice, making a choice, making a choice. And you stand firm in this, with this being your energy here too, but I am getting partnership and another person here connected very strongly to you. That mirroring energy is coming from that twin flame energy, that inexplicable energy that also comes from this devil card. And what represents you both, but also manifest in a physical way in the 3D world here. So this definitely being about you making a choice when it comes to your person that you're now connecting with, where I am seeing this vampire being a part of that toxic energy on the lower level, possibly this person here, getting in the midst of those messages. Notice the letters here, not being that Page of Pumpkin energy. You being able to communicate, being open, you and your person communicating very lovingly, passionately, sexually. And this is also about lighthearted energy here too. I'm seeing laughter and joy. And this vampire just wanting to come in and feed off of that and your happiness, the love that you have. This being heart chakra energy. This being no more. You made your choice. And you're no longer willing to be a sacrifice here too. Notice this Wheel of Fortune is a little bit different here. Where one's been placed on this big old wheel that has knives going through it, as if, you know, knives have been thrown at you. You being a sacrifice. No longer the wheel is turning in your favor here. It's being a card of 10. 10th house energy of Capricorn. Capricorn coming through again for you, speaking to the polarity energy and working through those shadows and that fear, allowing yourself to receive love. Both you and your person here. And because of this, I do feel that it's about you also taking yourself off of this wheel. Seeing the party hat there too, I feel like, and then, you know, this is part of those triangles, but I am seeing this as a party hat, where this has been placed on you, almost like a dunce energy, where you've been mistaken, you know, for being someone that you're not, possibly being delusional because of your moon energy. But you're very intuitive, and that, you know, I feel speaks to that 3 energy from the High Priestess coming through for you at the beginning of your reading, just to remind you of how special and how powerful it is that you are, and what you can do and how you can create, and take yourself off of this wheel and no longer be a part of other people's projections and reactions, bringing things to light by being the light, and growing more in your power towards your destinies. That 10 and that 6 comes together to create that tower that comes after this here. So I do feel that that's about the energy that you've moved through, coming out successfully and persevering. And in that perseverance, you're bringing in that tower to keep that manifestation cycle going towards that world card of endings and completing karmic cycles successfully. On the bottom here, we have the 5 of Wands in reverse, this being the end of fighting. No more competition, no more wondering, no more guessing. It's been made very clear, and it can be definitely felt. This is more fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and a Fucus. Nine of Pumpkins, upright. who it is that you represent, this being the Empress and the Minor Arcana, but you being independent, beautiful in all your glory, having great abundance, having done a lot of hard work to achieve this and obtain it, possibly having a new home on the hill, sitting very pretty, looking very pretty. I'm getting great Gatsby vibes here too. So with that color purple energy, that also being tied to that, I do believe color purple energy is a little later. I could be, I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that, but those time frames, very significant, where I do feel it may speak to past life energy and working through shadow energies. From the past, very karmic, that have been very repetitive and very hard to get through, but in this lifetime, you're very successful. Having a lot of wealth here, great good health, happiness, joy, and just being very beautiful, very magnetic, and very powerful, prestigious, great at what it is that you do, whatever it is that you do, but you've made great choices for yourself, and you continue to look forward and move forward in success. Let's get to your moon card to complete your reading. For Cancer moons, that Queen of Wands energy is also highly intuitive as well. Spiritual, very spiritual. That comes from Jupiter energy there too, and being very expansive. A lot of expansion here. Cancer moons. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. I'm gonna do this here. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. If you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotionally intense time, since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all of your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card. If that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. For some, however, this card has a totally different meaning. Your sex life can improve now if you make an effort. Use your magic. You have all you need inside of you to bring about your desired result. And that's just speaking to the different energies I was getting from that Devil card. I mean, it's on and popping for you and your person here. And then on that lower vibration, those triggering moments are happening because of what is taking place for you. Attune to the moon by emoting, it's all better out than in. Amen. Additional meanings for this card. It's time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully. You're right to have your suspicions. Grudges are toxic. Let something go. The end of an argument. The teaching. The full moon in Scorpio has a sting in its tail. It can herald a vindictive end to a relationship. It can also be a time when we want to be good, but we're naughty. If you pull this card, no matter when, your dark side and your shadow self may be showing. The full moon in Scorpio is also a time of magic. If you were thinking of making some magic, this is your sign to do it. All right, High Priestesses. This was your reading. I hope that these messages were enjoyable, enlightening, and enriching and empowering for you. I thank you all so much for your continued love and support. Welcome to all new subscribers. I dedicate this to that special one. I send you lots of love. I love you, and I thank you for your love for me. Until we meet again, Cancer Moons, I wish you all the very best. Take great care. I love you. Peace.